Hi guys, welcome back again to the channel. So as you guys can see on screen at the minute, we're on 214 subscribers, which I'm really happy with considering I've only been doing this for less than 5 weeks. If you are new here, don't forget to join the Discord with the link in the description. That way there you can talk about all the stocks that you guys can see on the channel and loads of other ideas in general in just regards to other stocks as well. So feel free to join that. Now with that being said, let's actually get into today's video. So today guys, I'm actually going to be doing a breakdown in regards to two stocks I've actually spoken about already on the channel. The first one being NIO stock and the second one being ARGO blockchain. I'll leave a photo to both of them on screen at the minute and I'll link to them in the description as well. Feel free to check out their breakdowns already. But the reason for today's video is to give you guys a bit of an indication in regards to price targets for me personally on these stocks, and also an insight to the company development that's going to help them achieve this price target that I expect them to get to. So guys, let's actually first of all get into NIO stock. Currently guys, on NIO stock, I have 6.9 shares of that at the moment, and I bought 2.9 shares of that as well today. So in total, I have just under 10 shares of the stock. Now, at the moment, NIO is trading around about $37 a share, which is why I've bought a little bit more stocks just now, because I personally believe that the stock has a lot of room to grow. At least in my eyes, at the minute at $37 a share, it's an absolute bargain. Also guys, as a benefit to me buying these stocks today, it allows me to dollar cost average my way into the stock rather than buying them all at one set price, and therefore if NIO climbs in share price, I will make more profit as effectively I've got more shares for less money. Now, the reason I'm really interested in this stock is because NIO has a massive untapped market. At the moment, guys, you can only currently buy a NIO car within China, and as a result of that, they have loads of room still to grow with a lot more clientele still to go through, and that obviously is going to cause for a higher share price and bring more people to buy NIO cars as they reach out into other countries, and therefore as a result of that, people who are involved in the stock are obviously going to see an increase in regards to their profits. The natural psychology of any given business is to expand and become bigger, and if not the biggest within their sector, so I have no doubt that NIO will look to expand into other countries in the future. Now guys, NIO cars themselves are actually becoming ever more popular in China alone. So as you guys can see on screen at the minute, in January they sold 7,225 cars compared to that of December in which they sold 7,005. So that obviously goes to show that they obviously are growing as a business in regards to the clientele they're able to reach, and the reason for this is because the technology within the cars and the cars themselves are relatively of a good nature. Along with their continued growth in China as well, their clientele themselves is obviously going to get bigger and bigger over time because NIO is continuing to produce better and better products as time goes on. We obviously seen in the annual NIO Day that they released their ET7, which actually Top Gear said that the battery, the 150 kilowatt battery in that NIO car is the biggest battery in all electric car fields, because the Tesla Model S, which is probably the biggest competition, has a 100 kilowatt battery. So that itself goes to show that NIO is serious about tapping into clientele by providing a very good product. Now the reason this is actually really important is because it shows that NIO have extreme development plans in order to hit different clientele by providing better products, and it also shows that there are fierce competition towards their rivals like Tesla. Finally too guys as well, NIO obviously they're going to expand into other countries as a result of petrol and diesel cars getting banned across the world. Therefore it's going to leave a gap for EV cars to fill in, so we could expect NIO to expand into these countries, tap into this clientele, and obviously the clientele at that point there will be even bigger because more people are going to have a demand for electric cars. All of that guys is going to make them very valuable. So with all that being said, where do I personally think this price could go to? Now obviously guys, in order to predict what price they're at, you need to consider both sides of the argument. You need to understand that they have obviously a lot of good cases in their favour, but they also have fierce competition within their sector as well. Obviously they have Tesla to compete with. They might not even bother tapping into these markets, although that there wouldn't be a great idea as a business, because you're not going to expand and develop as a business by just sitting in one country alone. So obviously Personally, $300 is pure speculation. I wouldn't even say that is a good idea to say that, because that would just be guessing. But what I would say is $100 a share is more than likely possible, because at the minute they're trading at $37 a share. They still have that massive untapped market. The world needs EV cars. They have loads of room to grow. They're a perfect sector for what the world desires. I don't see $100 a share being anything to say is unrealistic. Now guys, let's actually talk about Argo blockchain. Now guys, today I actually bought more Argo shares and I also bought more NIO shares, and the reason for this is because I believe in both of these stocks massively. Argo blockchain I've spoke loads about already. Feel free to check out the videos on the channel in regards to that, and the reason for that is because the stock itself is, I personally believe, is really undervalued. Even though it's sliding right now, the fact I'm buying it goes to show how much I actually believe in the stock. Also guys, it's a really good point to make just before we actually get into Argo, is that as an investor, you have to see the long-term potential of that stock, because if you didn't see the long-term potential in Argo just now, and your only intentions was to enter that stock with the intention of making money, and you looked at how much it was dipping and you seen it losing money for yourself just now, you would end up panic selling the stock itself. And that way there, you're obviously just going to end up losing money. So it's always really important you do your own research on the stocks, get an understanding for where you think this stock could go to yourself, and then holding it and believing in that more than you believe that the stock has potential to make you money. Sounds like a bit of a silly thing to say, but at the end of the day, when your stock drops in price, the only thing that is going to save you in a situation like that is that your research outweighs the belief that you obviously have a belief to make money in that stock as well. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Now guys, let's actually get into actually talking about Argo. So at the moment guys, I have 87.9 shares in my investor account at an average of £1.30 a share, and another 72 shares in my ISA account at £2.75 a share. Now at the moment guys, Bitcoin is falling in price, and Argo as a business, their main objective is to obviously mine Bitcoin in the hopes that Bitcoin will climb in price, and the Bitcoin that they do mine will obviously become more valuable as a result of that. Now that personally is what I believe is going to happen over the long term. However, at the minute it's not going the way that we want it to, but like I said, you have to see the long-term potential in your stocks. Now, Argo themselves obviously have massive plans as a business to expand and become more dominant in the sector, which is obviously why they bought the recent Texas mining facility as well. And as a result of obviously more businesses like Tesla buying into Bitcoin and Bitcoin itself becoming even more valuable as the power behind Bitcoin grows, then Argo themselves will see a massive growth obviously in regards to that happening. Tesla themselves actually just came out recently and says obviously that they've started allowing people to buy Tesla cars via the Bitcoin payment method, and obviously they bought $1.5 billion in regards to Bitcoin as well, which is obviously going to strengthen the power that Bitcoin has, and it gives it the step in the right direction that it needs in order to get more businesses to do the same thing as well. I actually guys have no doubt that we'll see a lot more of this happening in the future. Obviously PayPal involved in it, Bitcoin are going to grow in traction because of that, and Tesla are getting involved in it as well, which is going to see Bitcoin grow in traction as well. Now Bobby Lee, who is a BTC CEO in China, he basically stated that Bitcoin has room to grow up to 100k a coin just by summertime alone, and 300k a coin by the time we get into 2022. So that there, if it's coming from him, it says a lot in itself, because guys, I study stocks, but these level of people that are saying stuff like this, they study it on a whole different level, especially if you're the CEO of BTC in China. You're going to study this all day, every day, and have really high paid professionals studying it as well. So that there wouldn't just come from him just thinking this could happen. He's obviously got a reason to believe it could happen as well. Now guys, if it isn't half obvious, I am really bullish on Argo, and I'm also very bullish on Bitcoin as well. And to be honest guys, as long as Bitcoin continues its rally, Argo will grow as well in terms of their development as a company, and they'll also grow in terms of their profits, because the more Bitcoin they mine, the more valuable they'll become. Finally as well guys, their CEO Peter Wall is completely transparent. He's got a great idea of where he wants the business to go, which is why we've got really good indicators as how Argo is performing as a business through their monthly RNS update, in which they basically let everybody know how they're getting on. And just in February last month, they basically had their best month in regards to revenue, and obviously how much they were able to mine as well. So it's great to see that they're obviously going in the right direction, and they're obviously generating a lot of revenue from that as well. Now, with all that being said, where do I personally think Argo blockchain could go to in terms of a price target? So, honestly, guys, I think they could reach at least £10 a share and onwards and upwards of maybe even £20 a share as well. I wouldn't say that is speculation. Anything past that point, though, is really, really hard to say. And the reason that I think they could do this is because they're not even on the NASDAQ yet. They've got loads of development still to go as a company as well. And Bitcoin itself has loads of room to grow as well. And so long as these three things continue to grow, then I think that the price targets that I've just said are more than doable. So guys, to conclude, basically I am really bullish on both of these companies, and despite the market being down at the minute, I still believe they have loads of potential to grow. And obviously guys, last year rather, at this time as well, we did see the NASDAQ drop significantly, yet it's went on to hit all-time highs. So just because the market goes down doesn't mean that things lose their potential forever. If you have an intention to hold the stocks, then hold through the wave that we're seeing at the minute. The stock market itself, guys, is purely just a case of being patient with it, trusting your research, and hoping that they prevail to obviously give you the results that you put the buy order in for in the first place. So that is going to be it for this video anyway, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to like the video. Let's see if we can get 12 likes on this video. And don't forget to subscribe as well. And I will see you guys in the next one.